Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Coming up tomorrow, we have the major Season 1 Reloaded updates. This is going to add in a decent amount of new content for MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. And of course, it's also going to change a ton when it comes to gameplay with different gameplay updates, gameplay fixes, bug fixes, all sorts of stuff like that. And today we actually got some more intel, some more info on the Reloaded update itself and some of the content coming with it and sort of how it's changing. We also have some other very interesting news regarding the future of COD and some other stuff to break down as well in terms of new updates. So starting first, today we actually got some new gameplay details on one of the modes coming with Season 1 Reloaded, and this is the World Cup mode, basically. It's called the Warzone Cup, and it's going to be starting live on December 14th, right as the update goes live tomorrow, and lasting until the 23rd. So this is basically going to be Rocket League in Call of Duty. So very, very different. They say it's going to be a complete change of pace from traditional Call of Duty modes, as it brings everyone together on a virtual pitch to basically play Rocket League, right? It pits two teams of 3 operators against each other inside of this basically custom sports stadium that they've built for this. Each operator is going to drive an ATV as they attempt to knock a massive ball into the other team's goal within an 8-minute time limit. After each goal, the ball and the operators are reset to their starting positions to resume play. The first team to reach 5 goals, or the team that gets the most goals within 8 minutes, is going to end up winning that match. So unlike all other modes, there's no loadouts, there's no custom guns, there's no shooting whatsoever. Instead, each ATV is equipped with the pulse ability that sends a burst of energy towards the ball or other ATVs. So you could use that either way to try and score or to mess with other players. Operators also have one of 2 ways to disrupt their opponents. If an operator rams into an enemy player at top speed, they'll destroy that operator's ATV, which forces them to respawn. Or you can pick up shock sticks around the stadium, which can be thrown at enemy ATVs to temporarily disable them there. So this mode is going to be kind of crazy and nothing like we've ever seen in Call of Duty before. And again, it's kicking off with the launch of Season 1 Reloaded. Then in regards to the actual update for the Season 1 Reloaded patch, this is obviously going to require a full-on title update. Whether you are playing Modern Warfare 2 and you're just a player for that, you don't even have Warzone 2 installed, or if you are a free-to-play player for Warzone 2 and DMZ and you don't even have MW2 installed, you're gonna have a title update either way. This is gonna be the 1.12 update. PlayStation Game Size yesterday ended up tweeting about how it was added to the PlayStation database. As I'm recording this right now, it is 11 a.m., which is usually when updates go live or preloads would go live. On my PlayStation, I don't see any preload live as of right now, but usually prior to these larger updates going out, there is a short preloading time available just for PlayStation. Unfortunately, on Xbox, on PC, that's not necessarily available. You'll just have to download the update once it's out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So, you know, obviously mark your calendars, set your alarms accordingly for that. But a preload should be out maybe later today or early tomorrow morning. So on PlayStation, you could download that ahead of time. But for everyone else, this is going to require a title update tomorrow. And that's obviously when we'll see all the patch notes for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and Warzone 2 and DMZ, all the changes, all the bug fixes, weapon tuning, stuff like that. And once that stuff is out and available, you guys already know I'm gonna have you covered with all the details ASAP right as that stuff drops. So if you're not already subscribed, feel free to turn that around, hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. That way you can always guarantee you're up to date with everything going on in COD, between news, updates, class setups, tips, you name it, you'll find it right here. Also, we're less than 2,000 subs away from 900K, so if we could hit that by the end of the week, that would be absolutely insane. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like on it. It does really help the channel grow. Let's try and aim for 2,000 likes on this one. Really do appreciate all the love and the support on the videos as of late. Now, of course, one of the major multiplayer aspects of the Reloaded update is, of course, Shipment. An iconic map, we've seen it several times throughout different COD games, especially in recent years. Shipment is like almost a guarantee with the new CODs at this point because they know people love the map for grinding. Now, straight up, like, Shipment as a map, not very good for general gameplay. You'll never catch me actively seeking out domination on Shipment or hardpoint on Shipment or whatever, right? Because the map is just a mess. The spawns are terrible. It's ridiculous. It's just nade spam. But for the grind, you know, for leveling up weapons quickly, getting a ton of kills, doing challenges, completing camo challenges, Shipment is the greatest thing ever, right? So you'll definitely catch me on there doing certain camo challenges and leveling up guns, but we know for a fact it's going to be the major multiplayer map for Season 1 Reloaded. And this year, Call of Duty actually confirmed that we're essentially getting classic shipment back. So they ended up saying in their description of the map there are going to be more crates for general covers, so you shouldn't be getting spawn killed like crazy. The spawns again will still be bad because it is shipment, but the sightlines should be a bit more friendly. The big part here, there's going to be no container climbing. Now, of course, back in MW 2019 and even Vanguard, you could get up on a bunch of the 2-story containers and have that height advantage and overlook spawns and overlook choke points on the map, the main flag area for Dom and whatnot. So this year, none of that's going to be a thing. It is ground gunplay and gunfights only, no elevation advantages. And that to me, definitely great news. A lot more classic gameplay here, and I like that they're sort of throwing it back to how the old shipment played versus where you have all the double jump spots and the different cheeky angles because you're in the 2-story container that overlooks a spawn point. So gameplay will feel a little bit more refreshing, I think, because of that in comparison to recent years. Now, yesterday afternoon also gave us some new information on the future of Call of Duty and the whole situation with Microsoft trying to acquire Activision Blizzard. We've been talking about this a lot recently because in the past few days and weeks, there's been a lot of very interesting information coming out with the whole FTC lawsuit and all stuff going on there. And well, things just got even more interesting because Charlie Intel yesterday afternoon ended up reporting on a brand new Bloomberg article that came out that says in their latest effort to win over regulators, basically saying that yes, we want to promote the growth of all these games on multiple platforms. Microsoft doesn't want to deal in exclusivity here. Microsoft's Call of Duty deal to Sony also now includes the right for Sony to put Call of Duty on PlayStation Plus's subscription, along with it being on Game Pass. Sony still has not accepted any deal from Activision or from, Call of Duty themselves. They've already committed to, bringing Call of Duty to Nintendo for a 10-year contract, keeping it on Steam, keeping it available, obviously, on PC and Xbox. They've also extended an offer to Sony and to PlayStation to say we'll guarantee COD on PlayStation for the next 10 years, for the next decade. And now on top of that, they're saying we'll even give you the rights to have Call of Duty subscriptions on PlayStation Plus, so you can take advantage of that and boost your, PlayStation and Sony sales with that. We'll just also have it on Game Pass. So again, Microsoft is trying to basically reiterate the fact that they want COD to grow on all platforms, and they're not trying to limit it with exclusivity, which obviously is the main reason why all these, concerns are in place. They don't want the monopoly to happen here where Call of Duty becomes exclusive, other Activision games become largely exclusive to just Game Pass or, Xbox as a platform or PC by the whole thing that they have going on there with Windows. So in general, I feel like this again would be good news if it were to actually follow through, just because of, the stipulations that are now in play with all the guarantees that Microsoft is trying to extend towards Sony to make sure everyone can play Call of Duty in the future. Now, moving on, obviously with the launch of the Reloaded update, that's going to bring, a lot of changes to the game. Hopefully is going to improve the quality of, everyone's gameplay experience with crashes and stability issues and different things that are broken in game. But it's obviously like the main focus point for new content and the newest update through the end of the year, basically, and in theory all the way until February, if we're being honest, because that's when we know season 2 is going to start there on February 1st. So in order to bring even more hype to this general update, as we talked about a while ago, the first free-to-play weekend for MW2 should also be kicking off this weekend starting on the 15th. It was reported a while back from Tom Henderson and Insider Gaming that according to Tom's insider sources, a free-to-play weekend would be taking place just after the Reloaded update, and obviously we're coming up on that now. They did already confirm that there would be a double XP and double weapon XP event going on this weekend for all platforms starting on the 15th and going to the 19th, so you'll be able to take advantage of that, level up a little bit quicker if you want to get to that season level cap of 250, and of course you'll be able to level up your weapons a whole lot faster via that double weapon XP. But in addition to that, at least according to the leaks, we should have some kind of free-to-play event, although as of right now that is just a leak, nothing's been officially announced. Hopefully later on this week we'll get an official announcement from Call of Duty regarding that, and if there's anything additional that's mentioned there, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated with that as well. But all that being said, that is effectively going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you're new here and you want to guarantee you're always up to date with all things going on between Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and DMZ, feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.